Number 64. Okay, this is a true story. I heard it from a friend of a friend of a friend, but it happened a few years ago in a convent, in a town south of here, Chillicothe, in fact. And this elderly nun, she was dying. She knew she was dying, and the other nuns gathered around, and they were saying their rosaries, and they were saying some prayers. And they said, Mother, do you have any last request? And she says, no. He says, Mom, my life has been very fulfilled. I was in teaching the students, and I've been in the convent since I was a teenager, and this has been a very full life. He says, but before I go, I would really like, a nice, cool glass of milk. So the nuns scurry away, and they go to the refrigerator, and lo and behold, all they have is some sour milk. There was just sour milk in there, but scurrying around, they look at some cupboards, and there was some whiskey. So they figured, what is she going to know? She's dying. So they put it in the whiskey and brought it to the nun, and they said, Mother, this is a special kind of milk. So why don't you have a taste of it, and see if you like it. So the mother nun took a sip, and she just kind of closed her eyes, and it smoothed out, and she swallowed, and she drank the rest of it. And she said, might I have another? So the nuns went and got another cup of whiskey, and the elderly nun drank it down, smooth as rocks. And she says, now, my sisters, I'm leaving you. She says, but I have one last request to ask of you. And they all huddled around and said, Mother, what is your last request? And she says, never get rid of that cow. Ho, 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 ho.